This next take is extremely bizarre, really graphic in nature. Don't tell me you were not warned, right? I'm not saying you should move. I'm not saying you should change the station. I'm just saying, understand that what I'm about to say and what I'm about to talk about is very weird, very bizarre, and graphic, all right? You know, I'll put it out there. It's 2018, so you know there's an app for literally everything. Everything. Whatever you need, whatever you want, there is an app for it. And, I mean, there are like millions of apps on all operating systems. So, as an example, if you're a dog owner looking for somebody to help you out with your mutt, you can always pull up the WAG app and get dog walking or dog sitting from supposed vetted dog lovers, right? I mean, people love their dogs. Love their dogs more than they love anything. You wouldn't want somebody coming near your dog that you didn't know unless you knew that they love dogs. It's been vetted, right? All right, so former Olympic swimmer and two-time gold medalist Klete Keller is a WAG user, or I should say was a WAG user, because I'm not so sure my man is going to trust the care of his best friend Jimbo to anybody ever again. Especially WAG. Not after what he told Fox 21 News in Colorado Springs. He said that he hired a female dog sitter from WAG. Take it away.
He came home around 1 a.m. and he noticed two men without their shirts on sitting on this couch. This is what he says he saw next.
There was an open bottle of personal lubricant and a camcorder on the end table. So it's pretty self-explanatory what was going on.
Whoa, wait, what? What the hell kind of dog sitting service or dog sitting session is this? Did you hear what that two-time Olympian? No, check that. That two-time gold medalist just said? What the hell kind of a dog sitting session is this? Alvin, so I'm clear, can you roll that back one more time?
He came home around 1 a.m. and he noticed two men without their shirts on sitting on this couch. This is what he says he saw next.
There was an open bottle of personal lubricant and a camcorder on the end table. So it's pretty self-explanatory what was going on.
Two dudes on his couch, shirtless, an open container of lubricant, and a camcorder at 1 o'clock in the morning. To his point, it was pretty obvious what was going on. Now remember, he did hire a female dog sitter. So where was she? We know the two dudes were there. Where was she? According to Keller, she was in the shower at 1 o'clock in the morning. Here's where this thing goes from really creepy and really gross to incredible and unbelievable. The local news got the dog sitter to go on record. Like, she agreed to do that. She agreed to talk about what happened. And you will not believe her side of the story.
But to be completely honest, I didn't have WD-40 and my keys were stuck in my car, so I ended up grabbing what I had in my car from things that, I do in my personal time, and I didn't think to put it back in my car.
Right, just so I'm clear on this, she just went on record, on tape, and said that her keys were jammed in her car and she did not have her WD-40. So she grabbed something that she uses in her personal time, the lube, and then didn't think to put the lube back in the car. It's an amazing story. If your keys are jammed in your car, then why is the lube getting from the car to the house? Did you park in the living room, right? And furthermore, who's driving around with lube? And who's using it to get their keys back? And what about the two shirtless dudes who were hanging on the couch? And what about my man Keller, decorated Olympian, two-time gold medalist? Is he buying any of this at all?
Klete says that wasn't it, though. His sheets were also dirty, and as he looked closer,
There's also what I can only assume are bodily fluids on the couch.
It's probably a pretty good assumption, Klete. This is all part of a news report, all right? So I'm not digging too hard for this. This is on record. Hey, Klete, my man, Your life, your house, your thing. Burn it all. Burn it all. In fact, Klete, check that. You grab Jimbo and you get the hell out of there. You call an agent. You list your house. You ever hear those stories about something really tragic that happens in a house? Somebody gets murdered in a house. Something goes down. And you always wonder how those houses sell. Like, who would buy a house like that? You ever see those news stories where, something really... Look, you know how life is. Life can be amazing and life can be horrific. Horrific things happen. They happen in people's homes. And then you don't want to stay in that house. And you have to sell that house. Why would somebody buy a house? You know, like the Menendez house. Why would you buy that house? Well, I'd say the same thing about Klete, bro. I want to tell you to get the hell out of that house, grab Jimbo and go as far away as you possibly can. But ain't nobody buying a house where that went down. I got no idea how you or anybody else is going to live in that house. Not after a dog sitter and a couple of randoms turned your house into some Ramada Inn. Speaking of Jimbo, man, where is the dog? Where is the dog in all of this?
Klete says his dog Jimbo was also locked in a bedroom, sitting in his own urine, acting terrified.
It was just a total mess, and I can only imagine what poor Jimbo saw in there.
I can only imagine what poor Jimbo saw in there. Man, I hate these people. Jimbo locked in a room. Hey, by the way, how the hell did she ever get past the screening process for that app? Yeah, here I am. All sit for Jimbo. Here I am. Oh, I think I'll bring a couple of my boyfriends over. We'll party. Got the lube, got the dudes. They're shirtless. Bodily fluids in the bed. And poor Jimbo locked in a room. Hate's a strong word. Man, I hate her and her friends. I hate this story. You hate to imagine what he saw. Bro, spare yourself the imagination. If there's lube in your house, a couple of shirtless guys on your couch, a dog sitter in the shower, soiled sheets on the floor, I think you know exactly what poor Jimbo saw. Jimbo, man. I love dogs, so I feel really badly for Jimbo. And Klete. That house will never be the same. Oh, but hey, at least the dog sitter apologized.
I'd like to apologize to him for making him feel like I violated his house, because that wasn't my intention. I misinterpreted information, and I had guests over when I shouldn't have.
Wow. Don't we talk about apologies all the time on this program? Listen to what she just said. I'm sorry. I misinterpreted information, and I had guests over. Remember when you were a kid? When you were a kid and your parents went out and there was a babysitter and she or he brought their boyfriend or girlfriend over after you went to sleep because, your folks had a pretty nice house and a refrigerator full of food and, more importantly, a bar full of liquor. Yeah, well, they never had their boyfriends over and the lube. You misinterpreted information. Here's the info. This is my dog, Jimbo. Watch him while I am gone. Please do not have an orgy in my house, and I will see you when I get back. There's your info. How do you misinterpret that? How do you mix up Purina for, I don't know, Blue Buffalo? Having a couple of shirtless dudes over and leaving out the lube. Hey, how about this? How about not having two shirtless dudes over, and how about not bringing lube? How about you just watch the dog? And that apology should be in the form of a dry cleaning bill and a new couch for the next homeowner. Like I said, Klete's got to get out of there. Dude's got to get out of there because now he lives in a brothel. For what it's worth, WAG suspended the dog sitter and is launching an investigation. Yeah, that investigation will take about 5 seconds. Klete, brother, you are a decorated Olympian, a great Olympian, a 2-time gold medalist. Come to L.A., Klete. Come to L.A. Dogs here are treated better than people here. You can bring them everywhere. Then you will not have to leave your pile of bricks to somebody to use like it's a cheap motel. Pour out some dog treats for Jimbo clones. And if I were you, I'd delete that WAG app. I'm sorry. I'm not here to take money off their table or to discourage you from using their app, but just delete it. Man, that's a horrible story. One person can ruin it for everybody, especially if that one person is her. Let's go to Twitter quickly. At Rich in 302. Dog Watcher's apology is still better than Urban Meyer's apology. I agree with that. Way better. It's Alejandro made it in. I'm just sorry. We're all in this situation. Regards, Dog Walking Loon.
Sorry that we're in this situation.
But that Dog Walking Loon taking the call when the local news found her. Yeah, hello, this is Fox 21. We were wondering if you had a couple of minutes to talk about what happened. I got all day. What do you want to know? What do you want to know? Where do you want to start? I got all the time you need. 12 Woods in. I can explain the two dudes with no shirts. Sincerely, Right Said Fred.
Too sexy for my shirt.
Hey, Wood, that's why I haven't done your show yet. Just kidding, bro. You know I will. You know I will.